you've been watching the news lately and you're thinking everything kind of feels unstable right now, is this even a good time to buy or sell? You are not alone. That is exactly what I'm hearing from people right now. But here's the thing. Just because the world out there feels chaotic does not mean that your personal situation is. And in some cases, this may even be an opportunity. So let's break down what's actually happening both nationally and right here in Yakima. So just a little bit of a national snapshot right now. Very quickly, interest rates are bouncing around a lot more than normal. Financial markets are feeling a little volatile, and because of that, people are hesitating. Mortgage applications are down right now. People are in wait and see mode. And honestly, I get it. But here's where things start to shift, because what's happening here locally doesn't totally match that fear. In Yakima right now, prices are still going up, inventory is increasing, homes are selling a little bit faster, and activity is still happening. So we are not experiencing any kind of crash. This is just a shift in behavior, really. Now let me connect this all to what I'm personally seeing here. I am personally having less than half the number of buyer consultations that I normally would have had this time of year. And by the end of the first quarter is what I mean. And it's not because people don't want to buy, it's because they feel unsettled. And honestly, hesitant isn't even a strong enough word for it. People are taking the feeling of what's happening in the world and the general sentiment and applying it directly to their own situation and their own finances and their own goals. And I really want to challenge that a little bit and push back on it, because just because things feel uncertain globally does not mean that your situation is uncertain, and does not mean that investing in your financial future is a lost cause. You might have stable income and you might still be in a great position to buy, and you may actually have less competition right now, which can be a huge advantage. Now, I'm going to go back to something I say all the time, and if you've been watching for a while, you've heard me say this. It's not about whether or not it's a good time to buy. It's about whether it's the right real estate at the right time for you. So let's get into some of the local stats that we're seeing right now. Median sales price is around $392,500, which is up 5.5% over last year. And the median list price is around $418,000, so that's up about 9% from last year. So yes, prices are still going up, just more steadily. We've actually got about 20% more listings than last year at the same time. And let me tell you a little bit about what that means. It means that buyers have more options. We've been talking about this for a few months now. They have more time to think. They have less chaos than they were experiencing before in the really, really, really strong seller's market. Now I want to talk about something that I'm seeing happen a lot right now, and something that we are seeing in our local market is we're seeing way more contingent offers being accepted. Now what that means is they write an offer and they say, hey, I'll buy your home, but I need to sell mine first. A couple years ago, you could not even get those accepted, even if you were willing to also throw your firstborn into the deal. But now they're getting accepted all the time. But here's the kicker with that. Those buyers are sometimes struggling to get their home under contract. So what does that mean, and what is it making happen? It means deals are falling apart. You have a buyer who's excited, who wants to buy the house, but they can't get the same thing for their house for one reason or another. There's a plethora of reasons for that. But deals are falling apart because the chain breaks. The thing that tethers these deals together falls apart. And I am seeing that happen way more often right now. On the seller side, the biggest challenge right now is price expectations. I know I've been talking about this. I know I've been harping on it. But even more than that, it's the price and presentation together. I am seeing a lot of sellers skip the prep work. They are not doing the updates. They're not doing the minor repairs. They're not doing the cosmetic work like paint and carpets that need to be done to present the home well. And I know most of their agents, and I know many of them are getting the advice to do that. I know I'm giving the advice to do that. But if they're not fully following their agent's advice, it's costing them. So here's the truth about that. The market right now is going to tell you if you're priced right. And if your home is sitting, that is your market feedback. And the longer you wait to adjust the price, the more it's going to cost you in the end. I also want to talk about something that we're still seeing kind of unexpectedly, and that's we're still seeing multiple offers, but we are only seeing it when the price is right and the presentation is right. And if those two things hit, game on. If not, you're sitting on the market. Homes are selling a little bit faster than this time last year, about 87 days on average. We're not in that instant market anymore. This is a more normal pace. So here is the bottom line. Sellers, strategy matters more than ever. And buyers, this might actually be a good opportunity. And if you're trying to figure out what this market means for you specifically, let's talk. You can email me at corieburke@gmail.com. And if you want to stay on top of what's happening here in Yakima, please subscribe to my page. I break this down every single month. Also, if you'd like to stick around a little longer here, YouTube thinks you might like this video.